And that's how the Baron of Bermuda agreed to give me his cream puff recipe.
Yeah, the secret's really in the ripeness of those mangoes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Um,
Oh,
oh,
hey
hey
everybody.
everyone.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
wow, I didn't realize we had an audience today.
We
That's,
have so much explanation to have, I believe. This is the most confusing intro to a stream I think that I've ever seen.
you can, this is great. So, hello everyone and welcome back to Adobe Live. My name is Ryu, and I am going to be hosting this. I'm kidding. My name is VooDoo Val, and I'm going to be hosting another segment of the Adobe Live Design Off, and I'm super pumped to be here with my friend Andrew Hochradel. Andrew, how
Hello.
are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is my second stream of the day of 3. I'm going live after this as well tonight to work on some more stuff. So I am streaming. I am feeling good. I'm super hot in this. I don't know why I have this, but I do, and it's great. I even have the little wrist cuffs. And yeah, there's like just out of frame, there is full Chun-Li thigh. Just use your
Excellent.
imaginations, but it's there.
I
Yes.
felt it. I felt it in the force, and I knew it before you even
Yes.
said it, and I
Full
appreciate
thigh.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be doing another episode of the Design Off. Today's Design Off is obviously video game themed, and I'm very excited to jump into what we have planned for you folks today. But first, I would love to welcome everybody back to chat. Thank you so much for sticking around for this segment. I see Chris and Chad in chat, and Steve, Pia, Paco is here, Marvin, Andrew, RB, Sam, Ronnie. Welcome in, everyone. And
Ronnie, is this what quarantine has done to us? Yes, absolutely. This
yes. Honestly,
Yes.
I think that it was like here before. It's just like I just have a harder time controlling it now.
I feel like people don't
think.
care anymore, and so there's more like reason to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna do whatever I want because
Yeah.
nobody really cares anymore.
Because clearly we had this. Clearly we had these.
Yes,
because
this was literally
like,
in a drawer in my bedroom. It just
Same.
now is seeing the light of day.
Same. Because it just came together way too naturally for that not to be the case.
Yes.
But yeah, we're very excited. Wait, which video game is this from? It's from Tekken.
Yes.
It's from Tekken.
Primal Rage.
Yes. So before we jump into like an explanation of what the actual prompt and everything is for today, I would love to pop over and take a look at the schedule for today, because while we are at the end of the day, I want to kind of recap what is going on and what you folks can expect for tomorrow. So we had Paul Tranny doing the getting started in augmented reality this morning, which is amazing. And then Paul Tranny right after that with the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenge. So this is like the day of Paul and Andrew for sure.
Oh, please let's be friends.
Yes, yeah. Paul, we love you. We were talking about you. Yes.
We were talking about you
You're
before
great.
stream. We love you.
Then we had Sean Ryken with the photo compositing segment, followed by Julia Masalska, our good friend, doing the Illustrator Daily Creative Challenge. We had Branding Identity with Claudia and Andrew, which was a fabulous stream. You guys did a wonderful job. I had the pleasure of modding that. Followed by Peter Del Tondo doing the Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. We just had the Draw Along with Kyle T. Webster, our resident modern swag Bob Ross, which was amazing. He always does a fabulous segment, so that was awesome to see. And now we are rounding out the day at 3 p.m. Pacific with me and Andrew doing our design off.
Yay. And Flynn Tracy is in chat. Hi, Flynn. Flynn runs a lot of the Adobe stuff in Australia.
Nice.
I've seen someone post that I think that there's a special feature for the Australian streams happening right after this. So, Flynn, let us know if that's a thing. I'm
yes,
going
please.
live, but don't watch me if that's happening. Go to the Australia stream. Don't go to my stream. So, let us know if that's happening, Flynn, and we will send all our people there.
Don't watch me go to Australia. That's
That's
what I got.
I want to be in Australia.
Me too. All right, so that is our schedule, and so what we have planned for you today is Andrew and I are going to dive into some cool video game themed pieces. I am going to be designing a fictional NES game. So I have like a cartridge image up here, but I'm going to use this as a reference to create my own cartridge illustration. And then I'd like to take some suggestions from chat for like basically the title of the game, and I'm gonna design a little character and make like the art to put onto the cartridge. So it's gonna be totally fictional. And then Andrew, why don't you explain kind of what you have planned, because this is gonna be rad.
Yes. So I'm probably gonna make the box maybe for your cartridge.
Okay.
And I'll make the box that it kind of goes in. And what I want to play around with. So this guy, Chris Rushing, incredible designer, great art director. I think he just had a baby today too. I don't know.
Nice.
But
Wow.
he's been tagging stuff that I've been following along with this hashtag chaotic maximalism. And it's stuff like this. So it's intentionally like a ton of stuff thrown on a page. I think that this is another site. Yep. Link's Cars, that it's a site of like, it's meant to be overwhelming and totally insane, kind of 90s throwback, tons and tons of type. So what we're gonna be doing today is not trying to make a design trend that is clean and modern and like the gradients or whatever. We are going to be throwing a ton of stuff on a page and trying to make it look as bad as possible, but in a good way. So it's gonna be really, really crazy.
I'm very excited about it, and it's not lost on me how very similar this also looks to kind of all of those old ads at the back of a comic book for like a weird
Yes.
doodad or a new game you could buy. So
Exactly.
this all is like so cool, and we'd love to like for you guys like to be throwing stuff into the chat so that we can incorporate anything that you folks might have ideas for. Also, if you use the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off, if you would like to create things along with us today, maybe you see a suggestion in chat that we don't choose but you think is hilarious and awesome, please do some sketches or do some lettering or do some literally whatever kind of design stuff that you folks do. You are welcome to join in this design off. Be you a UI UX designer or a hand letterer or an illustrator or a graphic designer, whatever you folks do, even if you're making a font, whatever you do, please feel free to join in. And at the end of today's stream and tomorrow's stream, I'm going to check that hashtag on Twitter and see if anyone has sent us like a work in progress or something, just to see if you folks are working along. Sam Peterson's got that hashtag in the chat. Thank you so much, Sam. And I can't wait to see what you guys do. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump in to making this game and see what chat decides they wanna throw my way.
Yep. And yeah, definitely chat, make suggestions. So I'm going to be building mine from scratch. So I'd love your suggestions of what kind of game you would like, maybe some plot points of that game. And I'm just going to be playing around trying to create some of these shapes and explosions first. And then you can go ahead and give me those suggestions and I'll start to incorporate them.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna start like with ye old shape tool and just start building the shapes for this cartridge first. That's my first move here.
Nice. I know that I want these like explosions, so I'm just gonna make a bunch of wonky explosions because I know that I will want them at some point.
Mm-hmm. Making yourself like a little resource area of all the little items and shapes you might use. It's good stuff.
And the cool thing is, like, this is all about being bad, which, I mean, I never get to stream stuff like this. And I love doing stuff like this that is intentionally just, like, the worst. I just think it's super fun.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I think one of my like, most favorite things is, like, it's kind of therapeutic, is, like, when I'm working on something that wasn't intentionally supposed to be bad and I'm just not feeling it anymore, I will actually, like, take a therapeutic few moments to just ruin it sometimes, just to not take myself so seriously. And it's, like, designing badly is not really what people think it is sometimes it's really just like cataloging and making a list of things you might not do again. Sometimes it's humorous, and it's always usually very very therapeutic, in my opinion, in my experience.
That's funny. Somebody is saying Andrew's designing in color. I always design in black and white.
I
like,
just heard you talk about this too. Yep. Actually.
And then I'm here, like, literally the first thing I'm doing is, like, an intense, insane radial gradient.
Amazing. All right, I'm gonna change the color of my object here. I know some people are probably cringing internally a lot how I just did that. This is a fun stream. This is not necessarily like this is the exact way you're supposed to create shapes stream.
No rules.
Yeah, so... Yep. Please
If
bear
you
with
want to
me.
do the daily challenge, do the daily challenge. This
Yeah.
is not that.
This is not that at all.
Ooh, interesting idea. Futuristic Zelda.
Ooh.
I like that a lot.
Ooh. I'm
Let
trying
me
to
know.
show that I'm surprised while I have these eyebrows on my face, but I promise you, my true eyebrows are like very positive, even though I look irate right now.
Positive eyebrows.
You can actually see me on the stream right now, can't you? Because you couldn't see me before.
Yes, I can see you up top. Yes.
Nice.
You are there finally. It is very weird being on the other side of this.
It is really kind of a strange thing. Andrew and I were discussing like the interesting kind of juxtaposition between like being a guest remotely versus being a host remotely, and I always find that anytime I am a guest, I always feel like I should be like juggling OBS stuff, and then when I don't, I'm sitting there like trying to make sure I didn't forget anything.
Yes. What
So,
are the buttons?
where are they? What am I supposed to be
Val
doing?
so angry?
I am this is my relaxed, pleasant face, I assure you.
And the great thing about this style is like I'm not even gonna like think about grabbing like custom colors. Like everything is just gonna be defaults and neons. Like
Amazing.
wow, this is so fun. I'm so excited.
I feel like it's been a long time coming, because I've been thinking for like so long that one of these days we need to meld minds and do something really weird, and I feel like this is exactly what I hoped it would be.
Oh yeah.
This is everything I hoped it would be.
Yes, this is the weirdness that we need.
Yes, that Sam says the 90s wasn't known for its subtle colors. No, it certainly was not.
It was not.
It was not. Alright, I've got like kind of the shape of this thing going on. So I've watched so many streams for like UI UX that now whenever I am designing in Photoshop, I always mourn that I don't have a repeat grid. Like I really want one, and I want to like be able to use it whenever I am just like, I need like a row of lines really easy, because I've seen it. Like I know that I can do that in Photoshop too, but I've seen so many XD streams that I'm just like, repeat grid, wherefore art thou?
Yes.
I love
Where's
you
the
and I
button?
need you. Let me clipping mask this as well. And I'm also going to put like these little divots in the corners.
The one thing that I love is like everyone, like we all just scale stuff proportionally every time. And I love not doing that because it just makes it immediately look not good.
Yeah, I excuse me. I'm always like very picky about that, but there's been some projects where I've had to like deliberately not do that. And even though I know like this is what I signed up for, this is what I meant to do, this is what I'm here to do today at my computer, it still like rubs me the wrong way in a weird way. I'm just like,
yes.
But
So
today
the
we're
name
all
of my
for it.
game is gonna be Zelda, like with a Zealdaw.
Oh no.
Solely for the purpose that I'm gonna plug this zine that I've been working on called the Zeal Zine, and this is the idea of character maximalism. Same idea right here, just everything stacked on. This is something I got a bunch of creatives together to create a zine. So you can check this out, zealzine.com. Wait, if you want to drop a link, do. If you don't. I'm not your mom. Do whatever you want.
All right, I'm gonna open up my resources real quick, and I am going to grab one of my favorite textures. I think it's possible that you might have been the one that turned me on to these textures, but maybe not. I got these textures from True Grit Texture Co. Do you use textures
I totally
from them?
know them, yeah.
Yeah, I think you might have mentioned them on stream one of the first times I saw you on Adobe Live, and I was like, I will check that out because I love like really weird noise textures a lot, and found myself a whole pack of like really weird noise textures, and they're literally my favorite go-to all the time, to the point where I worry that I'm using them too much because people will be like, yep, there it is again. Nice job,
Yep.
Val.
It's funny. I had like a set of same thing fonts that I used that was just it. Like those were the ones that I used, of textures, and it would be the same ones. And then I started taking pictures on my phone of just like random stuff that I'm like, oh, here's the sidewalk. That's my texture that I use all the time.
Like, this is what I like. I know what I like, and I'm gonna stick to it. All right, I've got like
Futura Heavy. No, Futura Heavy is too cool. Like, we need something that is so like wonky and just weird. And this is Matura MT Script Capitals, and this is exactly the kind of weird that I want.
It's almost like the kind of font that would be like titling an ad for like a really obscure, strange like bazaar somewhere.
Yes.
But you're not exactly sure if you can like trust any of the sales. Like, that's like the kind of font that is, and I love it.
I totally
Which is
agree.
perfect because you are selling like a myriad of strange things on this page that might not make sense at first glance, which is like perfect.
My favorite thing that I definitely want to do is have the title be small, but then have like an ad for something else be like one of the bigger things on the page.
Yes.
On the box.
Yes. All right, I've got.
Oh, it is weird too. Do you have like the vibes playlist going?
I do have the vibes.
Oh, it's weird
playlist.
not hearing the vibes.
Yeah, it's actually really strange to me. I realized once when I was guesting, I was like, oh my gosh, I actually can like listen to my Spotify if I want, because nobody can hear my music, because that's like always like part of me whenever I host. I'm just like, ooh, I wish I had my own tunes, because my own tunes like help me work. And then I turned my Spotify on and I was like, no, I kind of just need the Adobe chill vibes. So I actually, because I have the playlist as a host, I was like, I just turned on the Adobe vibes while I was streaming.
In my like Behance streams or whatever, I have, so if you just go to Hoch.live, it redirects people to a YouTube playlist I made that's all just like jazz music. And I'm like, here's what I'm listening to. There's not gonna be music on this stream, but you can come vibe with us if you want.
Amazing.
All right, we are a retro combat game. Yeah, Zelda can have some combat. Here's the thing, it can be all of that.
It can be
and it
everything.
will be all of that.
There can be a cooking mini game in it, honestly.
Oh, and that's going to be a major feature on this packaging, of course.
If there's no fishing, I won't play it. Just letting you know ahead of time.
All right, these shapes need to be shooting stars.
Oh, of course. Oh, yes.
Man, I love this because usually design is so refined and so like, what is the right answer to this solution? And doing this style is just like, yes. Like the answer is
trending?
Yes.
And then you're like, all of this stuff all at the same time. Let's go. All right. I think I'm going to use, you know what I've been using lately, and it's not something that I like ever used seriously because it never really did what I wanted, like until now, all of a sudden, is the dissolve filter. I have been using dissolve so much.
Yeah. So do you know how to like make dissolve stay? You're in Photoshop, right?
Yeah.
So if you do a dissolve layer and make it like super soft to where like it dissolves out the edges, you know what I'm talking about? If you make a blank layer below it and then you merge it down into that layer below it, it keeps all of the stippliness.
It's almost like it makes it the kind of like noise texture that I would want, but I can just put that noise texture wherever I feel like it should be, if that makes sense. So that's what I've been doing, and I kind of found that out like purely by accident one day, and I was like, oh, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but that's what I'm gonna be doing for the foreseeable future.
A modern fantasy adventure that takes you through combat steampunk worlds.
Oh my gosh.
And what else did somebody say? Somebody else, there was a bunch of different steampunk, cyberpunk Mario. Yeah, and let's do Australia.
I'm into it. I'm super into it.
Australia. There we go.
So I'm not sure if I should do like a version of like try and make a game similar to like what you're describing, or if I should do something totally different. I love the sound of what you're saying, and so I almost want to like riff on that and then add add chat suggestions for it, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
I mean, we can rip and vibe. Yes. Oh, good night, Pia. You've been here like all day. Oh my
Or
gosh,
just
go
at
to
least
bed.
chat, like, give me something that's so bizarre it sounds like what he just said. Like, just something
Yes.
that's so wild and crazy. So I was thinking, like, in my head, like, when I was, like, putting this together, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I was thinking to myself, like, I hope I get something that's, like mutant bunnies from Mars or something weird, just so I also have, like, an excuse to just draw, like, a weird character, because I'm gonna put the art right here where the Super
Yes.
Mario 3 is, you know?
Yes.
And then see about getting even weirder than that. We'll see.
Yes. I think, man, I need to find like a middle of the road sans serif that isn't like too cool. I feel like I'm trying to find one that's like, oh, it's whatever, and all of them are really cool. I don't want to do something like Arial. Like, that's too boring to me. I want to do something that's unique. There it is. Agency. Hello, friend.
Let's see.
Oh, there's a bold? Well, I mean, I'm going to use the bold too if we have it. Why not?
Just go, like, above and beyond with this whole thing.
I think extra is the theme of the day.
Oh, yes. Let me make these clipping masks again, and I'm currently adding that little, like, you know, the little textured, like, stripe down the side of down the front of the cartridge that I don't even know what that was. That was just, like, for looks, or was it for, like, grip, just in case it, like, slips out of, like, my 8-year-old hands and I can't catch it again? It's got, like, tread on it so that I can
Yes.
put it back into my console.
Where did Andrew get a Chun-Li costume? That's a great question, chat. I ordered it custom on Etsy. Someone
No
made this for me. Yes.
No. Beautiful.
All right, let's put Australia upside down because it feels right.
Okay, let me go like this. I'm gonna take my eraser to this. People are gonna scream. I'm erasing part of a smart object.
Oh, heresy.
I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna do it. Alright. So I got that. I'm gonna start doing my little lines here.
I'm using Adobe Illustrator, and I believe that Val is in Photoshop.
I am indeed.
So we're going double trouble.
Dueling videos of birds yelling. Is that a game suggestion?
I love that.
I love it too. I'm a little frightened, but I love it. J. Bump this down. This is gonna be so boring for a moment while I, like, just place all of these lines over and over again. All right.
I don't have the right color black. There we
So
go.
what do you got going on over there?
It's being weird. What are we both using? I am using a mouse, a keyboard, and a PC. That's all I got. Nothing else too special.
I'm using I have the 13 HD Cintiq, so I have the Cintiq and my stylus, and I'm also on a PC.
Nice.
Because I had a Mac for a while, to be honest, but then I was like, but video games.
Yep, I bought my PC to stream and then realized I could play video games, and I was like, oh shoot, this is fun.
No way. Yeah, I actually streamed on a Mac for a lot of years, to be honest. I had like an iMac that I got for school back in the day, and I kept using it until I was done, and just like started streaming randomly one day and was like, this is nice, I'm glad that I have this, and then promptly switched to a PC shortly afterwards when I realized that I just really, really, really wanted to like play Skyrim on max settings, and I couldn't do that.
Yes.
Okay, I got my little cartridge set up here. I think I need like a little bit more like on the detail side, but I don't think that it's such a huge deal that I need to like hyper detail it. I think it's looking good. I might leave it at that and kind of jump into the illustration end of things. So what do you have for me, chat? If you press Control Alt Shift T, it will repeat your last transform. You are an actual genius. I learned something today from the chat. You guys are wonderful. Thank you. Val and Jesus must be the only two people using PC on the stream. I think there's been a few people that have brought PCs in. I've seen a guest or two bring like a gaming laptop in that they work on as well, which I thought was awesome. Alexander just screams PC Master Race. Yeah, I'm one of those. I know. $9.99. Wow, I want to shop there, says Chris.
Okay, what font? Agency and Copperplate. Okay. I forgot what font I was using, so I had to undo everything.
Oh no!
There we go. Agency and Copperplate. I got it.
So, what is a good game type, everyone? Like, what is our game going to be titled? I'm taking suggestions from chat, and I'm going to start illustrating like some of the weirdest stuff I've probably ever made for you now live. With my angry brows on. That's how you know I mean serious business. Like, and it's so funny because you look so gleeful in your beautiful outfit, and I just look angry. Mad. I'm mad. Not counting the rest of the globe. Let's see. PC is the way to go. PC is it's convenient for me because I'm familiar with like building computers and stuff. So if I need to upgrade or if I need to do something different, like with my workspace, I can always like mess with it, you know. Dungeon crawler, I like the sound of that. Vaporwave, you know my heart over turf. Oh no, because I have like a bunch of vaporwave fonts that are like way too much for a regular project, but it's happening today. This is
I don't understand what is vaporwave.
Vaporwave is like vaporwave and cyberpunk. I feel like kind of go hand in hand in that it's like 80s retro kind of stuff, but it's all the like what's a good example of like like vaporwave stuff, like Back to the Future kind of stuff, like all the big like metallic like texts and stuff, and like the DeLorean riding off into like the sunset that's like an 8-bit like
like James White kind of stuff.
Yeah, like all those it's like blue and purple and orange neon sunset colors and stuff like that. And I love like vaporwave music too. It's like one of my favorite kinds of music to listen to. Call it Blade Mysterium. Female superhero with vibranium blades. I think that sounds amazing. Whoa. Blade Mysterium sounds dope, and I love adding a cyberpunk element, so I'm going to take those two ideas. I'm going to make myself a list here. I'm going to group all of this stuff together and call this cartridge. I think I spoke cartridge wrong, actually, but that's okay. So I have my cartridge, and then I'm gonna let's make a list real quick of all the things I want to add. So the title is Blade Mysterium.
Let's see.
Let me turn this white so I can read it.
So I'm going on Adobe Stock to get some like video game adventure stuff. Wow.
Amaze.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is glorious.
It's great.
That is so the brand of the day.
Yes, and it's 100% like what is the game? And you're like, yes,
Exactly.
it is all of the things.
Beautiful. Okay, Blade Mysterium. I'm putting like Vaporwave on there. Neon Accents, says Vanessa. Neon Accents, amazing. And Grids, Pastel Pink. Adobe Aliens. That sounds terrifying and awesome. So I'm gonna put that on there. I'm gonna put aliens just in case I can add aliens. But so who is our like our main character though? Because I feel like all these games, they always have that little art strip on there, and then like that art strip has like the main character on it, like jumping into space or whatever, and then it says like the name behind it. So I know somebody said like a female heroine, but I almost want to choose suggestions for things that are like inanimate objects or like an adorable, cute animal.
Can it be like the sword? Like instead of being like the character, it's like
It's
his
the
weapon
actual
is like
sword.
it's like the actual main character.
Yes.
And then like the side character is like the main character person.
Yes. Okay, guys, what weapon are we choosing for this? Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Just like the sword. So Blade Mysterium is a perfect name for that too.
Yes.
So, oh man. What's up, Ted Oliver? It's good to see you, man.
What up, Ted?
What up? What up? An Arizona iced tea with legs.
Yes.
Pizza Steve.
That's so good.
Oh my gosh. What I like the idea of it being a weapon, or at least an inanimate object carrying a weapon. I almost love like, because I can see with the Arizona iced tea, I can like kind of see like an iced tea with like stick arms and legs, like power running into the distance with like tea and ice cubes sloshing out of the top of his head because he's moving so fast.
Yes.
A walk. Katana Jane. I love it.
A walk is pretty funny.
A walk is hilarious. Fury axe, people are saying. A fork, people are saying. Let me see. I'm gonna start doing like sketches, and I'm just gonna see like what comes out of the sketches, like what becomes like the easiest to actually illustrate for this.
Yes, please take it away.
This is amazing.
All the things.
Your ad page is like, it's inspiring and beautiful to me, but it's also hurting me. But I feel like that's like the point of this. It's so good.
Yes, it's like the weirdest, like most masochistic version of design.
Yes, yes. If you can't suffer through this, this is like a rite of passage, I think.
Yes.
Like in design, definitely. A wombat with a neon sword. That just sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Vanessa is just yossing in the stream. Just yas! I love it. Also, we've got about 20 minutes maybe before we have to start saying goodbye. So I'm gonna like power through this drawing, and we're gonna like work and see how much we can get done. And then the last few minutes after we kind of like do our little closeout, I would like to pull up the Twitter and see if anyone is doing any bizarre sketches. So honestly, this is a great for any of you illustrators in chat. This is a great opportunity for any of you who are like looking to choose something to illustrate with us today. You can choose maybe some of these awesome character suggestions that I'm not able to choose.
Oh, I love that, Chris. Cutout coupon to where like it's super hard to fill out. Like everything's just like tracked to death. That like you can't put your name in. Like there's just not enough space. But it's like, get a coupon to fill this in. That's really funny.
Like, how do I do this though?
Yeah.
I'm trying.
There we go. An agency, and I'm actually going to start doing some stuff where I just fill with placeholder text just so I can get a little more out there today, and then see we can button up tomorrow.
Sounds good to me. I feel like I want to put like a chest crossed harness on like this glass of iced tea, and then he has like dual blades like behind. Like this is like a serious like Mortal Kombat, like super totally outrageously like action-packed glass of iced tea.
Yes.
Should we give him an eye patch? What do you guys think about an eye patch? I feel like a guy that has like dual blades.
Can you give him like emo hair, but it's the straw? Like it's like the straw coming out and then like over like the emo hair.
Yes, or like the umbrella in the iced tea just like folds over. Oh my gosh. I'm so into this. I'm gonna try and see like how I can actually incorporate that.
Why is this not full justified? What am I doing with my life? There we go. Now I'm making good decisions. Now you're playing with power.
Haha. Ice cubes. This is just sketch one. We're gonna see if we keep this.
I'm gonna start kind of wireframing. I probably should have done this some grids.
Give him my same angry brows. It's kind of I'm what I'm hoping not to do though is make it look like too much like Master Shake from Aqua Teen.
Aqua Teen?
Yeah, that show, man. Definitely cause for like a myriad of like the bizarre character traits I now have as an adult.
Yeah.
All right, I gave him like one of those like ninja masks, you know?
Oh yeah.
Because clearly that's necessary, I think. And he has like a swooping straw hairdo. Because yes.
Like why not? Oh, I need circle text. Oh, circle bubble text is my favorite.
Ooh, I like that you sing every time you find like something brings you joy in the design.
It's true.
It's very pleasing. The thing I want to know
on a path?
is will it launch full game or have DLC season after launch? This is definitely going to have a lot of bugs.
Oh, we're going to have DLC for sure.
Yeah.
Do you know the Never mind, I found it. Why is this not working? You must click on a non-compound, non-masking path to text create inside the path. That's what I want to do. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to create text inside a path, and I'm not sure why it's not working. Click. Okay, does anyone know what's happening? Why I can't create text inside this path? Doesn't matter because I'm just going to center text and make it a thing.
I'm gonna make this really big. Put him kind of flying out here.
That's such a great idea, Wade. It's only DLC. There's
no real game. No way to use it. You just get really excited DLC. Based on the synopsis, and then you buy it, and there's nothing you can do with it.
Hello, Alexander. My name is Andrew Hochradel. You can just call me Hawk, H-O-C-H. You can follow me on social media at hawk.co, H-O-C-H-D-O-T-C-O. You can follow me there, tweet at me. As long as it doesn't include the hashtag #IsOverParty after my name, I'll be happy to see it and respond to you, and we can talk. Yes, I would like to not get canceled.
Oh, I lost one of my eyebrows. I'm so sad. One of my eyebrows is gone. I'm gonna
oh no.
Tuck them.
It's fun because I'm going to watch it in the replay right now.
Oh no.
And watch it happen live.
I just tucked them into my headband.
And then it fell. That was actually hilarious.
But look, you can see now, like, I actually have, like, reinvented my cosplay because now they're above.
Oh, a whole new world.
Yeah, it's like a whole new world.
Oh gosh.
You brought this on yourself, Andrew.
That's true, that was my fault.
You walked face first into that. Okay. I need to hold down the type tool for more options, maybe? That's what Chris says. I walked away for
Yeah.
like 2 seconds and your character looks on. Thanks you so much, Vanessa. I might do like another sketch just because I don't want to just do like the one and then that's not what we go with. So let's do another one. I feel like I probably have like 10 minutes to like design another character sketch.
Yes.
Now you're angry and surprised, Val. Yes, I am. Indeed. So we had like the iced tea running around, and then we have also like the idea of like the sword being the one that is that is doing this.
I like the sword. I think
Yeah.
that's super fun.
Let me see. I'm gonna have to pull up some reference for that just to see like how am I gonna make this sword look like it's running.
Oh, make his arms the hilt.
Yeah, we good.
His tiny little arms. See, I wish I was an illustrator because I have these fun ideas, but I could I'm never gonna make that.
I would like to see you do it now just because you said that and just like see how it goes.
Oh, I would definitely like try to draw something, but it would be terrible. I want to rotate this.
There's also the option of making like a really small character whose sword takes up most of the illustration.
Oh, that's funny too. That like his whole thing is like he's trying to be the good guy, but it's just like, oh, you literally can't.
Yeah,
Like you're just tiny and your sword is the whole thing.
It's the entire picture of the game, and it's like Kyle and the Blade Mysterium, and then you have to look really, really like long and hard to see if you can find Kyle.
Yes, and Tunk, I was trying to do that and it wasn't letting me. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for showing me the way to do that somehow worked suddenly because you told me. Thank you.
Nice. Sometimes chat really blows my mind with how helpful they can be. I'm
true.
so happy that chat is here.
A sword that is a magician with a mysterious magical cape. That's a move.
That is a serious mood. That's like a whole wardrobe mood, though. Like, I gotta figure out how I would do that. Let's see.
Oops. And remember
I could do
type how to do bulleted lists. There's a way. Never mind. I'll just try to figure it out. There's a way.
I'm gonna do like, you know how like the hilt or like the handle of like swords or sometimes they have like just like a ball at the end that can be like an eyeball.
Yes.
I feel like that's the move. I'm gonna warp this real quick.
Oops. Oops. I'm trying to make a number list here. Then I can just make a couple copies of that and maybe fill it in with actual text after the fact.
Oh no. These arms. The arms being like the crossblade. Big mood. He's like, I made it look like he's like running
That's
really hard.
Fun.
Oh yeah. This might be the move, guys. I'm probably gonna have to like clean it up more tomorrow just so that I can like really make it look dynamic, but I think this is definitely the concept, folks. This is happening. I feel like I want to give him like one angry unibrow to show that he means business, though.
A business sword.
Yeah.
Man, I love just weird stuff like this because it really is and shows that like Design's what you make it. Like, this is technically bad design, but I'm having fun, and that's like the best part. Is like, if you have fun with it, just do it.
Yes.
Like, nobody's gonna come for me or like not pay me because I'm making this terrible.
Just
like,
do whatever you want.
Yeah, if you're having fun, just do what you want.
I'm debating whether not to give him hot pants. I don't know if hot pants are necessary, but I feel like if I have to ask, then they probably are. Like, when in doubt, hot pants. But I'm not certain. I'll think about it.
What was that character? Fancy Pants. Do you remember like the old Flash character, Fancy Pants? Oh man, he had like a Flash game where you'd like run around and like jump on stuff. He had these cool little pants. That was like his whole thing.
I've never heard of that. That's something I'm gonna have to look up specifically for this project.
Let's do some of these that have some doubles and break down a little bit.
And somebody said give him a cape. I'm trying to like also. This is like. Even though we're like designing totally differently, it's like the same kind of thing in that it's like, all right, I'm adding all of these weird mismatch like elements to this one thing, and it's funny, but like I also have to really put some serious effort into making it work together to be the satire that it is, and not just be like, why are you actually doing this on a live broadcast?
Exactly. So I'm also using a website called This Person Doesn't Exist. And what it does is each time you refresh, it uses an AI algorithm to generate a face of a person that doesn't exist. It is like piece together other faces. And so I use that for like privacy stuff, and also so that I can make fun of them because they're not real and they don't have feelings. So
Yep.
Sorry. I do this all the time in like customer profiles. And like I'll be working with a client and I'm like, so this person like is not really the best. Like they're kind of annoying. And I mean, just like look at their face and how annoying it is. And they'll be like, that's so mean. And I was like, no. I chose the annoying face so you could like understand the customer because this person's not real.
That's so perfect.
Yep. Sherry loves it.
Is that her name?
Yeah, her name's gonna be Sherry.
Awesome. It's a good name. All right. Yeah, definitely this little sword is rocking it.
All right, so sorry. So after this chat, there is a stream coming up with Flynn Tracy, who it's an Australia stream. Stay tuned for them. Just hang out, have a good time, talk in chat, say hello. I'm gonna wait till they're done to go live. So if you want to subscribe to me on here in the info tab, I think you can click follow or something.
Below in the info tab, and then also below the video player, there's a link to both of our things, so you can get it either place.
Yes. So do that, and I'll be live. I don't know, like 10 o'clock tonight.
10
super late.
Pacific.
Yes, 10 Pacific. Sorry. So come hang out.
All right, I've got our little sword dude, Blade Mysterium. I love him. I love him so much. He is my new pride and joy. He's everything. I want to, though, like I said, I'm gonna kind of like make him a little more dynamic for tomorrow, but I almost kind of like having him just kind of like his full body floats here, and then maybe tomorrow I will put like a I kind of like when artists do like those shape borders like in the background of their character illustration, and it's not like a huge it's like an interesting way of using shapes to create like an environment background without actually filling the entire canvas up with like a seriously in-depth background. You know, so I can put like a shape, and then within that shape maybe there's like space and vaporwave stuff, and then the outside is like just a texture kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm thinking that is the way I'm going to go with this, because that seems like it might give this kind of a little more of a dynamic vibe. And then we do have just a couple minutes left here until we have to leave. I can't believe it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. But we are going to be back tomorrow. So this is not the last you see of us and our... I mean, I intended to wear this both days.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
So
I
we
love
will
doing
be
costume
back.
changes midday in between
Yes,
streams.
why not? So we're gonna be in costume for no other reason than like nobody told us we couldn't specifically. I
That's
think
true.
that's
Unless we get in trouble between today and tomorrow, and Adobe's like, "Hey, don't wear those costumes." Maybe then you'll see us in regular clothes tomorrow.
and we'll have to be like, yeah, we wanted this, we chose it for ourselves. We'll
Yeah,
have to play it
oopsies.
off. We'll have to play it off. I should also give this sword. I mean, I realize I had a moment to think like maybe I should not give this sword like a little cargo belt so he can carry like his potions and things, but then another part of me realized I'm drawing a sword with an eyeball that runs around. So maybe the sword has a sword.
I think this sword has a sword. That's great, but it also has a face. Like it's his brother that is like with
Yeah,
him on the journey.
it's his friend.
Oh gosh. People are asking what hashtag to use to submit their drawings.
You want to use the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off, which I'm going to pull up right now just to make sure and see if we got any weird, creepy sketches for these things. Adobe Live Design Off. Let's check and see if we got any sketches for today. Nojo is actually tweeting us like ideas, which is cool. So we got like design a futuristic Zelda, kind of like you said earlier, and then a fantasy styled Metroid game, which sounds amazing.
Yes.
We've got like, yeah, just like a couple of minutes here. I will keep refreshing this just in case somebody throws an idea up there, but it is time to start winding down and saying goodbye, unfortunately. Yeah, but I'm gonna kind of full screen here and show like what I did. I painted this this cartridge for our game, and I am now currently like kind of combining a bunch of ideas from the chat into the illustration of like this bizarre little sword, like sentient sword character that is going to be our hero of this whatever game this is. I don't even know. It's like a dungeon crawler called Blade Mysterium with neon and vaporwave accents and possibly aliens if we can work it in, but I feel like a sentient sword is like bizarre enough, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then why don't you recap real quick what you did here?
Yeah, so I'm working with chaotic maximalism, coined by Chris Rushing, trying to make something totally crazy and insane as a box to put in here. We're going to keep adding things and adding things, try to keep it balanced, but keep it completely overloaded and totally insane. Yes, and Flynn, if you're in chat, drop a link to where people should go next for the Australia stream, wherever that will be.
Yes,
if it's right here, yeah, just have them be here, but drop a link and a mod will post it so that people can click through.
Yup. All right. Where do you post? On Twitter. Just like get on Twitter, and if you use the hashtag Adobe Live Design Off, like Sam Peterson posted, then it should show up for us, and I will continue to refresh just for, I think maybe we have like 3 minutes left, so now is the time to do it if you have not already.
Do it now.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to play a lot more with this warp type tomorrow. I think warp type's super fun. And something else you can do, I'm just going to do this real quick so I can show you because you have a minute.
Yeah, please do.
Is make weird shapes. And then you can do a envelope distort. So I can put like adventure. And then I make sure that my weird shape is the top object. And if you grab both of them, Command Shift C, Command Alt, the Command Alt C, that's what it is.
Oh man.
Right? Just morphs whatever that is into that shape that you've created. So I do this all the time.
That is amazing. That is a
yes.
great pro tip.
Yeah, and so it will make stuff super weird. So we'll play with that again next time.
Wow. Very, very cool.
Yes.
Let me see, how much time do we have? Because I don't want to get cut off. We do have like a minute left, so we might.
It's here. Okay, so stay here. When they go live, I want you guys to post any kind of animal emoji. So when they go live, we're gonna bomb them with animal emojis, just because I think of animals when I think of Australia. So give them animal emojis. Make sure you hang out until 4 o'clock 5 more minutes, hang out and chat, say hello, and tune in for the Australia stream.
Yes, please do. And also, don't forget, we are going to be back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So this is not the last of this. Hopefully we will finish so you guys can kind of see what our products, our fictional game products look like. And then also, we will also be checking the hashtag tomorrow. So if you spend a little more time on your whatever design you created along with us today, you can post it. And I'll check at the beginning of the stream and also at the end just to make sure I can give you guys shout outs and say thank you for participating and making weird stuff with us. Lastly, please check out the info below the video tab and give me and Andrew a follow if you so wish. And Andrew, thank you very much for joining me today. It was a blast.
It was so fun.
Yes. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.